Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to filter and arrange data from a CSV that is in a data frame. So let's read in the data frame first, and we're going to use the same data frame that we used in the previous video in the reading and writing in R. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this line where we read it, and I'm going to paste it here, but what I did was I put this patients.csv file also in my new folder, the filter and arrange data in R. So I'm just going to replace that with filter and arrange data in R. And I'm going to go ahead and run this. And now we have our data frame right here. You can click it, and as you can see, we have our patient ID, name, age, arrival date, departure date, service, and satisfaction. So throughout the video, we'll figure out how we can select certain columns, and then how we can select certain rows from those columns, and then how we can arrange the columns. First, let's load in a library. So here on the bottom right, I clicked packages. These are all the packages that we have currently available to us. And the library that we need is called dplyr. And so what we can do to load that in is do something like this, library dplyr. And this library is specifically designed for data analysts to select, manipulate, and query data. So let's go ahead and run this. So when we run it, it gives us an error in library dplyr. There's no package called dplyr, but we can install it using this line right here, install.packages dplyr. So when we run it, it installs, and when we look in this packages tab, it's right here, dplyr. And we can click on it, and we can see it's a grammar of data manipulation, and all these functions are available to us when we pull in that library. Another way we can activate, instead of using this library dplyr, we can just click this box, but just to show you, this is how we would put it in the code. So when we run this, notice how this dplyr is checked. So one of the functions that we're going to use in dplyr is called the select function. So let's say we only want to select our name and age columns. So what we can do is we can write select, pass in the data frame, and bring in our two columns. So when we run that, we're going to get our name and then our age. And in the console, it's going to omit 500 rows. This is the max, because in the original CSV file there's 1,000. And we can set it up as a new data frame. So you can do something like this. You can do df name and make a new data frame and run it. And now we have a new data frame right here, name and age. So let's say we want to keep all the columns except the last column in the original data frame. So let's say we want to keep patient ID, name, age, arrival date, departure dates, and service, but we don't want to include satisfaction. So what we can do is we can write select df and minus satisfaction. When we run that, we're going to get every single column except this satisfaction column. So the reason why this would be good practice is because oftentimes clients will send over data with columns that you as the analyst don't really need. So it just takes up space and fills up your database. So instead we use that function to take out any unnecessary columns and assign it to a new data frame in which analysis will only be performed on that data frame. Another way we can get rid of the satisfaction column is if we do select df patient ID service. And when we run that, it'll give us the same thing. And the colon just means we want to take all the columns from this column to this column. So patient ID to service, patient ID to service. So now that we know how to select certain columns, let's figure out how we can select certain rows. So we can use what's called the filter function to do something like that. So filter df age greater than 40. And when we run that, we're going to get all these rows that are greater than 40. So it shows you 142 and then it omits 413. So we know that's less than 1,000. So it checks out. So besides this greater than operator, we can do another comparison operator. So we can do something like this: filter df service equals emergency. So when we run it, it's going to only keep emergency as the service. So let's use the and symbol to combine multiple conditions. So we can do something like this: filter df age greater than 40 and service equals emergency. When we run that, we are only taking age greater than 40, which I don't see anything under 40, and service is emergency. So here it's all emergency. So besides using this and operator, we can also use or. So that's an option. So let's introduce something now called a pipe operator, which can be used to combine a lot of different actions. So it looks something like this: percent greater than sign percent. So first we take the data frame, and then we're going to, I'm just going to copy this. We're going to keep only these columns, but I'm going to take out this df part because it was already specified here. And I'm going to put in another pipe operator because we want to perform additional actions. So take those columns, and then we want to filter it so that age is greater than 40 and service is emergency. And so we can delete that df again. So the pipe operator simply means you start with this, and then we do this action, and then we can do more actions. And so when we run it, so that's what we're going to get. We're going to get age greater than 40 and service is emergency, and we're only keeping these columns. So this works, and we do it all in one line. So we can also order the age from youngest to oldest, and so we can do kind of like an ordering function by using the function arrange. And I could just show you right here, pass in df and age, and it's going to give us the order in ascending order. So I ran it here, so it starts at age 0, 1, all the way to 12, and then it omits the rest. So the default is ascending, but in order to make it in descending order, what we can write is DESC and pass in age. And when we run that, we ran it here. The oldest is 89, and it goes 88, 87, all the way down. And so that's how you do that. So let's add this concept into our pipe operator line. So what we can do, we can just copy this, add another pipe right here, and then paste it, get rid of the df, and run that. And here we go. We're only going to keep those columns. Age is greater than 40. The service is emergency. And it's going to, in descending order, give us the age. So this is one big line of code, and it does all of this. So it's kind of a good way to organize your code, and it's very readable and easy to understand. So these are some basics on how to filter and arrange data in R. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.